Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. By the title of the video, you already know what we are here to do today. We are here to talk about the Makeup Revolution Tammi collaboration with her Tropical Carnival Shadow Palette. So I did do this look today using this here palette. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my experience with the palette first, and then I will let you guys watch how I came up with this here look here, how I got this right here. If you hear a whole lot of noise, it's my 10-month-old being destructive and stuff. Just ignore it. So first off, I'm gonna let you know, is the palette worth, well, no, I'm gonna let you make up your own decision on whether the palette is worth buying. I'm gonna do this by giving it like a rate between 1 and 10. Out of 1 to 10, I would give this palette about a 6. Yeah, a 6. Here are the reasons why I give this palette a 6. The palette is relatively cheap. It's about $15 at Ulta. I purchased mine from Ulta. It's about $15. I don't remember the exact price, but I know. I want to say it's, well, no, it might be more than that, because I know it's like 15 pounds or something. I don't know. I paid about $15 for it at Ulta. The shade range is very nice. Very different, yet usable colors. You know, would I call this an everyday palette? No. If you're looking for a palette so you can start experimenting with color, then yeah, maybe. I personally feel like it's a bit more of a cool tone color palette than like a bright tone. But it does have a lot of nice colors in here. I'm not gonna do any swatches. The reason why I'm not gonna do any swatches is because personally, to me, the palette is just, well, no, I'll do a couple swatches. I'll do a couple swatches for y'all. Okay, so here are 5 of the colors. So here are a couple swatches from the palette. I personally don't think that swatches really determine whether a palette is good or not, but people like to see swatches, so there are a couple swatches for you. One thing I noticed right off the bat with this palette is it did not have a transition color in here. Like, there's no neutral brown, neutral nothing, you know. And when you're working with colors, one thing you definitely want to have is a nice transition color. So she has this black here called Job. And don't get me wrong, I like the black, but I would have liked this palette a lot more if she would have had like a neutral color in here. Either replace the black or replace this gold shimmer color with a nice neutral brown for transitions. Another thing about this palette that was kind of off for me was the shades, like the consistency, the quality, the formula of the shades themselves were very dry. Like they were dry. So I swatched some mattes. Let me swatch some of these shimmers now. Okay, these are the shimmers. So that blue's, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but as I'm like pushing it on, I like that purple. I'm gonna try that. This one right here, this one's called Calypso. I used it today, but it was one of the most disappointing colors ever, because another thing about this palette that I will say did not like was that it's not very beginner friendly. You know, if you are a beginner in makeup, I do not suggest or recommend that you get this palette, only because these colors are so hard to work with blending wise. These mattes are dry, honey. They is dry. And then the shimmers. You know, for a shimmer, you're expecting a little creaminess to the consistency. Like, look, and so I just swatched these, and yep. So obviously, you can make it work. If you're a little bit more experienced in eyeshadow blending and whatnot, then you can definitely make it work. But however, I do feel like there are other palettes with the same kind of color scheme with a little bit better quality, in my opinion. And it hurts me so bad to say that, because I love Tammi, you know, and I don't regret buying the palette, because you know, I love that I supported, you know, something, but I just can't recommend that anybody else really just buy it. I'm sorry. I want to be like, yes, honey, get your coins and go get it, but I can't, because it was difficult to pull this off. It was real difficult, and you'll see in the video. So those are my opinions on the Tammi Revolution palette. God, what did I just do? Please stay tuned to watch how I got this look, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. I do not see a good transition color. And one thing I absolutely hate is having to grab more than one palette to do a look. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe even I think I've heard Tammi say that a couple times herself. You know, say, you know, one thing she doesn't like is to have to, you know, grab another palette too. So that's kind of a little bit disappointing to know that she really didn't add any good transition colors in here. Tammi, what's going on with that? So I'm gonna pop into a different palette real quick and pull out a transition color. Just need a nice neutral brown, and I see she has a black in here. But I really wish she would have replaced that black with a nice neutral brown color. I don't have the box anymore because I've had this palette for about a month now, and this is just really my first time really getting into it and using it. It also had the little plastic thing that lets you know the colors of the colors in the pans and whatnot. I don't like those, but one thing I really do like about her is that she did put the names of the colors on the actual back of the palette, so I would be able to let y'all know what color I am using. But right now I'm just using a nice neutral brown from another palette. So I'm going to pop in with St. Catherine, which is this green color here. It's kind of like wouldn't necessarily call it a lime green. I'm gonna hop in with this little green color. It's like a money green, yeah. And I'm gonna put that in my crease. In my crease and above, you know what I mean. Above this crease thing. Crease. In my crease. In my crease. Okay. I usually use texture of it is just a little bit drier. But nice pigmentation nonetheless. Pigmentation is definitely there. Pigmentation is there. I do feel like it's a little hard to blend out because of how drying the actual color is. But I haven't experienced any fallout, which is good. So just keep going. Alright, I'm gonna go in with the color that's right next to it, which is called Definitely, which is more of like a more blue tinted green. And I want to take a smaller brush. I'm gonna dip into there. Oh, see, that's the color I was actually looking for the crease. I'm actually gonna take that and put that in my crease as well, because that's kind of what I was going for. So I should have just originally grabbed that color. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hello, hello. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That deep, yep. Yep. Yep, like that. I like that. I like that. That is, ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty color. Go in actually with that black color. And that black color is called Job Job or Jab Jab. I don't know. Not exactly sure. I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna dip into that black. And I'm gonna just wanna darken it just a smidge a bit. Not gonna take it all the way across. I'm just gonna into the V of my eye is where I'm taking this black color. Not experiencing any fallout, which is cool, I guess. Alright. I know. Y'all finna be like, Denise, not you too. I know everybody's into this whole cutting the crease thing. I know it. Is it my favorite thing to do? Nah. But it is quite effective, you know, depending on the type of look you're trying to go for. Joe, first of all, you got one of my makeup brushes and I'm gonna need that back. That's one. Two, what is you doing? Okay. Okay. We're gonna cut this crease. Okay, there we go. And I think I'm gonna, you know, naturally you would think I was gonna go with this green right here, but I actually think I'm gonna go with this bright green over here. Well, we might do a little bit of both. Let's try both. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me try it with my finger. Okay. It picked up better with my finger, but trying to pick that up with my brush, not cute. Didn't like that at all. Okay. The shimmer is not as creamy as I expected it would be. It's kind of drying as well. Oh no, no. Yikes. Yeah. Dang, Tammy, come on now. I really want to like this palette. Like, let me try using a different type of brush and wetting it. Okay, that was a little bit better. Okay, maybe it was just a brush I was using. Try to get these two to mix. say, when in doubt, always add some lashes. So I'm gonna do the other eye real quick and I'll be back. Okay, now that we have both eyes done, I'm going to finish up the rest of my face. I want to re-powder certain areas. So we're just gonna take that same color, definitely, and put that up under our eyes. Mix it with a little bit of Job, which is that black. Just kind of get the same thing going here. And I'm gonna take that first darker shimmer green shade we used and put that here. Y'all see that? Let me get the right focus. And I'm gonna go in. So that dark green shade I used was actually greens. So I just took greens, and then I'm gonna take Calypso for the inner area. And do the same thing again on the other side. Alright, let's finish up with a little blush and highlight. For blush, I'm going to mix this color with this color. Pretty. For highlighter, I'm gonna go into my Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette, and I'm gonna go in with Nefertiti as my highlight, and I'm actually gonna put that first up under my brow bone here. Just real lightly under that brow bone. Same thing here. Just real lightly under the brow bone. Cool. Done with my second favorite highlighter brush. We're just gonna dust that on the cheekbones. Dust that on them high cheekbones. A little bit on the chin. Put it over the lips. Lip. Gonna go with something neutral because our eyes are already doing enough. Gonna line my lips. Line my lips. Y'all, where are my lashes? What do I got going today? Where are my lashes? Just trying to figure out how I forgot lashes. Who even does that? Alright, lining my lips. Nice dark brown lip liner. Gonna go in with ColourPop's Chili Chill. Morphe Satin Spray. Alright you guys, this was the final look here. I hope you enjoyed the video and I can't wait to see you guys in my next one. Love you. God bless.